All right, all right. Morning, morning. It is October the 3rd, and we are sub 30 miles left in the Kek. So where we camped last night, we had about 29 miles left of the Kek, and then 19 miles into the town of Ely. So today, our goal is just get out of the Kek. So that's 29 miles. Might be some slow going in here, but as long as we can get out of the Kek, we can just crush Mac Diddley miles to town tomorrow. So yeah, we're sub 30, got about 29 left. Didn't do a giant day yesterday. Got the math and it was like 23.9, which is actually one of our smaller days in a long time. But it was just so wet constantly. I need more hands than what I'm doing.
You're supposed to start filming at the worst possible time.
I know. Jesus.
Stepped right over.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Kek might have some slow going in it, but we're getting out before 7:30. So we'll just Peter Pan all day. Might end up having a night hike the last 2 or so miles in the Kek, but here's what it is. So let's go see what today brings. Hopefully not rain. Okay. I hope the dentist did an okay job on my tooth because it's still sensitive. It feels like they got rid of the cavity, but they didn't put the big filling in. So every time I intake air or drink cold water, it's still very sensitive. Don't like that. But we're in the boundary waters. That has not started burning off yet. I don't know if it will burn off all day. It is just thick, 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 thick. Thicky boy.
Overcast.
There you go. There's another good physical representation of how chonky and misty it is. That's the sky. That's a lake. Yeah, there's not much difference between those two colors, is there? You can either be blue as a lake or gray as a lake. Well, I guess a lake just reflects color. Disregard that previous comment. Oh, baby.
What?
Guess what we have here?
It's a rock cairn.
How do you feel about the rock cairns?
Very positively. They're pretty much the only thing telling us we're on the right track at this point.
Yeah, without the rock cairns, this trail would be pretty brutal. People that say rock cairns aren't good, I don't know. They gotta find Jesus or something. Huh? Yeah.
Rock cairns are useless.
Yeah, maybe come hike the Kek or the GDT. It just blows my mind. That statement just blows my mind. I gotta stop though.
Hurry up!
Why?
I have to poop.
Yeah?
Hurry up!
How bad?
Take your picture and let's go.
This is a video.
Damn it!
You can see the fire damage on the tree. We should be getting out of that area though here shortly. Was this not supposed to be our ford?
Yeah.
No, it's starting to feel like there's stuff built back here. Maybe the trail's getting too good. I bet this bridge does mark the end of the fire damage. Oh, really? Yeah, for the first, I don't know, 12 miles of the boundary waters, if you're going westbound, you got some chunky chunks. It's pretty rough. It is pretty rough, but we'll see how the rest turns out to be. But that feels like a sign of just niceness, hopefully. Okay.
And so I had a lot of like really beaten up looking paperbacks, but like
So Magpie wanted to pick up some of these red leaves and use them in interesting ways.
Baby,
Yeah?
my parents watched this.
What'd you say?
Never mind.
Wait, no. One more time, please. What'd you say?
No, my parents watched the videos.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
What is
That
that?
was your idea to put red leaves places.
What is that supposed to mean?
Just saying.
The trail has gotten significantly cruisier since that wooden structure. Don't know what they call those wooden structures.
A bridge.
Been so long in the woods that wooden structures no longer have names. They're just wood, and they look like they're built in some type of theme. What was the word you were saying, baby?
A bridge.
A barrage?
A bridge.
A braga?
Okay.
What kind of word is that? What kind of
Bridge, baby. You know this word. You're being silly.
what kind of language you be speaking?
Okay.
She's making guttural noises at me, folks.
I'm not. You're being annoying.
I think she's an animal that's been in the wild. I don't know if that's the mating call, a bridge. So if I say bridge to people, does that mean it's the mating call of the wild magpie?
No.
Huh. We'll have to do some research. Give me a book, give me a pencil, give me a library. Heavy on the berry, please, because of strawberries. And we need to do some research. Ooh.
Oh, you put a leaf on your face.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you start filming me when I was humming?
Uh-huh. Oh, Canada. So if you do this, if you put a red maple on your temple, I'm pretty sure that automatically patriates you into a Canadian citizenship.
No.
What, magpie?
Not quite.
No?
No, and also that's your forehead, not your temple.
Oh. If you put a red maple leaf on your forehead, I'm pretty sure it automatically patriates you into Canadian citizen. Oh, it's gone! I'm now just an American again.
Well,
Upsetting. The trail's gotten better. You can tell because there are jokes now. Again. Yesterday was crunchy McMuffly. McMuffly? McMunchy. Crunchy McMunch to hunch bunch. Crunch. I don't know. Yesterday was rough.
yes.
It's mysterious. How misty it is in here. Huh. Wonder if the word mysterious grew from the word misty. That's a fun train of thought. But yeah, it's quite mysterious with how just overcast and misty today is. Truly feels like we're all alone out in the middle of nowhere. Kinda are. Not super middle of nowhere, but definitely more middle of nowhere than we've been for a while. So, pretty cool. You see a beaver?
I don't see a beaver, but I see a beaver house.
Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, there is a cute little... That is a giant beaver dome.
It's huge.
That is a beaver palace.
Yeah.
Wonder if the beaver has... There's like a beaver king and queen and they have beaver subjects.
They definitely have beaver babies.
You think they have beaver babies?
I bet they do.
They like building their dams, don't they?
They sure do.
They're really good builders, though.
Yeah.
They really shove that crap in there.
Super solid.
Yeah. Go ahead with your bad self, beavers. Go ahead with your bad self. Alright, so this is Al Pacino Lake.
That's correct.
Hmm?
I'm pretty sure that's not correct.
Why?
I don't think it's called Al Pacino Lake.
Why would you say it's not called Al Pacino Lake?
It's called Harness Lake.
I was close.
Okay.
Al Pacino harnesses the... because I harness the inner Al Pacino.
Oh, there you go.
It's too cold for that. Too.
We can't take you here.
too cold and wet. So there should be a campsite around Al Pacino Lake, as well as in a mile or so, a fire tower, which I'm interested to see if there actually is one. So we'll go check it out. Al Pacino. It's actually called Harness Lake. I said Al Pacino enough times that I would wanted to give you the real name. All right, it's like 11:48. We ended up taking a little longer lunch than anticipated, but because of a very awesome reason, we ran into the one, the only, the apple pie.
Wonderful apple pie. Yeah.
The wonderful apple pie. That was really, really refreshing, just fun. So we ended up just throwing our packs on the side of the trail and eating while sharing lunch together. Apple pie is the other NCT through hiker that this year, she started Ohio and walked to Vermont, and then she flipped up to North Dakota, and she's going from North Dakota back towards Ohio. So she'll probably end up doing some winter hiking this year. Yeah, she's definitely gonna have to do winter hiking this year. She wants to finish it. But it was just very nice, like meeting, sharing some stories that we could, talking about the NCT the only way you can talk about the NCT, and just baffled tones of like, wow, what kind of a trail is this? It was just, yeah, awesome. So had like a 50-minute lunch. So we're definitely ended up probably night hiking out of the Kek tonight, but well worth it because apple pie is a beast. She's a champ. She's just a really fun hiker to talk with. So cool. We're gonna keep going places. All right, shout out apple pie. I don't know if you watch these. I don't think you do. You're too busy walking places. But if you do, keep shooing those miles off. You're a badass. Awesome seeing you again. So we were wondering when we were going to run into you. So keep going. Keep getting it. Yeah, you're awesome. Cool. We're going places. All right, so this is the first little undescript hill. This is the first service you'll understandably have since Grand Marais. So it was the first service we've had in 5 miles, and it's like slow. 5 days, not 5 miles. Magpie says it's mile 4. 67. Too much stuff to handle. But what is cool is one of our production runs for 11 Skies is ready. It is done before the projected date. So once we get to Ely, we will be able to start working that into releasing that for y'all. So that's really cool. I'm really happy and excited to announce that. I don't know exactly when that will be announced. Today's October 3rd. I'm assuming some week within October we'll announce it for y'all. A new production as well as a new partnership we have going, so that's cool. And then there's too much stuff, other stuff. I think a lot of y'all, I guess one of my videos for the videos talking about a charity that we possibly wanted to partner with for the last few 100 miles, getting your guys' suggestions. It looks like you guys threw out some good suggestions, so haven't had a time to really get into them. Only used 5 minutes of service just to make sure there was nothing that needed my immediate attention. And yeah, can't wait to look into those. So thanks for leaving some comments about what possible charities there are. And it seems there are a few comments about people thinking that this was a family channel. I try my best. I try not to swear, and I think I do a pretty good job about that. The other things, when I make mentions of places and things and jokes, those are what we call innuendos, folks. A lot of the time, I think they would go over a younger audience's head, but I can't say all of them would because...
Not all of them are as subtle as you think that they are.
Yeah, I don't think all of them are quite subtle. But alas, you found a person that is hiking at this point over 7,000 miles in 1 year. You're gonna get weird. Let me introduce me to the person that's not tiny bit strange by the time they've spent this much time in the backcountry. I just like to express my strangeness more umphly, more wordly, more vividly. I'm not scared to express my strangeness, so it looks like there was a couple comments on I might have made some weird jokes, but that's nothing new. So yeah, I don't know why I went on a ramble like that, but we are probably about sub 20 left in the Kek, and we're gonna kick our way out of the Kek. Kek, something. All right, we go places. All right, so we have 19 more miles left in the boundary waters, and it looks like it's getting more cruisy. It is 12:40, so yeah, we'll probably end up night hiking those last 3 miles. We're just like right on the edge of walkable light, but just booked a town in, not a town, we booked the entire town. Booked a spot in the town of Ely for our Nero tomorrow. Just gonna be nice. I always have motel FOMO. I always can't decide which one I want. It's just like, well, this one might be closer to a restaurant, but this one might have better Wi-Fi. And I always try to get the better Wi-Fi since I have to upload all this stuff. It's gonna be a busy town stop, but I don't know. A lot of hikers, I don't know how much I've talked on this, but a lot of hikers like to figure out their town stops once they get to town. And I actually prefer that method as well, but it's contingent on hiking style. So like, I like to just fly by the seat of the pants and be on an adventure when we have nothing but time in the world and nothing but freedom, and be like, okay, I can get to town at like 2 or 3 o'clock and figure out what we're doing. But this trail and this hike is such a different type of context that knowing where we're going and having it reserved before we get there is way more beneficial, because as soon as we get to town, we have to start just doing absurd amount of internet chores. So every second counts. So yeah, I definitely prefer the method of just walking into town and figuring it out once you get there. Sometimes it does backfire on you with booked availabilities, but yeah, for this hike it's a different context. So what that ramble was trying to say is we booked a spot in Ely. We get there tomorrow, and yeah, good stuff's happening. We're gonna crush the rest of the boundary waters today. Crush Mac Diddley. 19 more miles. Alright, so this is the campsite off of Hatchet and Emo Lake. Yeah, for all the campsites in the boundary waters, if you're not sure whether or not it's a campsite, look for these. Every single one has one of these grills. They don't really have signage pointing you to it, but if you find a grill, you find a campsite. So we're crushing miles. It's like 2:45. We're definitely sub 15 at this point. So yeah, we'll get there, get to the road, and then just crush McDiddley Road. I gotta pee. Hello. So this would be the water source for said campsite. For some reason, Magpie wanted to rock hop instead of walk. Oh,
I don't like vlogs.
Oh, nice. I put myself in a compromising position after that. Pretty. All right, 2:45. Check the maps. We have 13 and a half, so we should be able to get it done within walkable light. Let's get it. Don't stop. Get it. Get it. Let me put up in it. Oh, the beavers. Oh, how I love me my beavers. We should just start calling it beaver schwack. Beaver whack. Oh yeah, easy now. There's beaver potholes that, like that, you can get sucked into. Oh, that's a big beaver. Oh,
Yeah, that one's bad.
oh, I got in it a little bit. Up and over. Oh, is this another beaver hole?
This one is a log walk.
Oh. You
And it's
cute.
not like the most stable, and it's like super duper deep. So.
Should I jump on it at the same time? Should I jump on it at the same time as you?
Really don't do that. I don't know how to get around this.
The beaver hole. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I really don't know how to get around this thing.
You think it's deep on the beaver hole?
Oh yeah.
Woo! It actually is quite deep.
Oh, I'm stuck. Oh no.
Oh, I love me my beavers. Alright, so it is 5:06 and we have about 7 more miles of the boundary waters before we hit the trailhead. So gonna be hovering right on that line of walkable light. Probably gonna have to use a headlamp for the last 10 to 20 minutes, somewhere in there. But that's still good. Still was able to get the vast majority through before dark. So yeah, very, very beautiful. I think I said it already, but the trail does drastically shift after that bridge. That's the only man-made bridge we've hit in this entire Kekekabic trail. After that man-made bridge, if you're going the way we're going westbound, it gets progressively extremely better. I guess progressively and extremely contradict themselves. It gets extremely better. But if you're going eastbound, you're in for a tough haul. Those 10 to 12 miles east of that bridge are pretty rough. But the other mileage this way, pretty cruisy. So yeah, got about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours and some change of Kek hiking. And then y'all know what time it is. It's time to crush actively miles. By the time we hit this road, we will be, if not already there, sub 900 miles left on the North Country Trail. We've done right underneath 4,000 so far. I think 3,950, somewhere in there. So yeah, this was our last big hurdle to get through before the cold snaps come in and before it gets too brutal. And looks like we're gonna make it through, baby. Looks like we're gonna make it through. All right, 7 more miles. Let's get it. All right, look for the rock and stick and you'll find the junction to Benezi campsite. We're starting to get into the chunk of the Kek where there's a lot of side trails, portages, what have you, like all throughout. The last 5 or 6 miles that the NCT coincides with, you got junctions kind of all over the place. So yeah, stay on your R's and W's. Pretty easy to follow the main trail, but yeah, like anything, you're gonna have junctions. It is a wilderness section, so the junctions are not signed. You can have signs, but they're not signed. Just, yeah, be prepared. Check your maps. All right, we must be getting closer to the trailhead because these wooden posts are actually, one, still inside their little cairn, but two, you can actually also still read their signage. So that's cool. A lot of the other ones are just like worn down, like twigs of posts that used to be that got weathered away. That one, somebody had come back in and probably replaced that sooner than those other ones. Ooh. So however many miles from that, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, somewhere in there. I think sub 6, 4 or 5. What'd you say?
About 5.
Magpie says about 5. So we're gonna crush McDiddley. Oh, you know we be getting close to a trailhead when you see a boardwalk.
It's kind of slippery too.
Yeah, it is slippery. But you know we be getting close to something when there's a boardwalk that's not destroyed by weather and time.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Nice little farewell to the Keck. Really good farewell.
It's a really beautiful sunset tonight.
Yeah. We haven't been able to see the sun all day, but somehow we can still see the sunset. Wow, it's so orange, the phone hates the color. Just blasting orange.
It was pink a minute ago.
Yeah.
Like neon pink.
It's just so orange, the phone doesn't even like it. All right.
Onwards.
Goodbye to the Keck. Oh, I wasn't crying.
Bless you.
Oh my God. All right, we're out of the Keck. 7-something, 7:30. We're gonna start some of the road. All right, so it's 8:15 and we are night hiking Highway 18 a little bit. 8:15, night hiking Highway 18. We're sub 20 to Ely tomorrow, where we're gonna do our Nero day. But since it's all road, thought we would try to get, I don't know, 16, 17 miles away. So it's only about a 5-hour hike in the morning. So probably walk until 8:30-ish, maybe a little earlier than that. I think right now where we're at, we're probably 17 miles away, somewhere in there. So we're just gonna find a spot to camp in the National Forest, and then tomorrow run on into Ely. It's pretty much this, well, not pretty much, it is this walking all the way into town. So let's get it. All right, I think we've done like 32 miles or 33 miles today. So we're calling it town tomorrow. Cool. Nice.